A lot of people think they've experienced love, but what they actually experienced was control. And the reason it's so confusing is because control doesn't show up looking toxic in the beginning. It doesn't come in, loud and aggressive and obvious. It comes in soft. It comes in caring. It comes in the form of someone who seems like they just want the best for you. Because we've been taught that love is supposed to look like someone checking on you, someone correcting you, someone guiding you, someone being involved in your decisions. So when control shows up disguised as those same things, we don't question it. We welcome it. At first, it feels like attention. It feels like they're interested in you. It feels like they're trying to protect you. It feels like someone sees you and they just want to be a part of your life. Control doesn't start with restriction. It starts with influence. It sounds like, I just think you could do better. It sounds like something like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Or it can sound like, I'm only saying this because I care. And you see, none of those things sound harmful on the surface. But what's actually happening is your sense of self is slowly being replaced with their voice. And it's subtle enough that you don't even notice it right away. You don't even see it. Then over time, something just starts to feel off. You can't always explain it, but you feel it. You start to notice that you second guess yourself more. You feel like you need approval. You hesitate before making decisions. You feel like you're being watched or evaluated. And this is where people get confused because nothing looks obviously wrong. Everything looks fine on the outside. There's no yelling, no big fights, no clear moment where you can say, this is toxic. But internally, you don't feel like yourself anymore. Love allows you to be yourself. It respects your decisions. Love doesn't need to agree with you to support you. Love feels calm, safe, and steady. Now, control is going to slowly shape who you are allowed to be. Control questions your decisions until you doubt them. It creates this sort of dependence. It makes you feel like you need guidance to function. Love sounds like, sweetie, I trust you to choose for yourself. Control sounds like, let me help you choose because, you might get it wrong. This is the part that a lot of people have a hard time articulating. Control is hard to recognize because it doesn't feel bad at the time. There are moments where it feels good. When they validate you, when they support you, when they show up for you. So your mind says, this must be love because look at all the good moments. But your body knows something isn't right. The realization usually doesn't come all at once. It comes in moments. When you notice you're not speaking freely, when you realize you're overthinking like little simple decisions, when you feel like you've lost your voice, and then eventually it hits you. This doesn't feel like love. Because love doesn't require you to shrink. It doesn't require you to question yourself constantly. It doesn't require you to become someone else just to keep it. Love doesn't make you lose yourself. So if you've ever felt like you had to become smaller, quieter, or more agreeable to keep someone in your life, that wasn't love. That was control. If this video resonated with you, sit with it. If you would like to continue the conversation, feel free to subscribe to my channel. On this channel, we have conversations around topics such as confidence, jealousy, envy, boundary setting, and healing from narcissistic abuse. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.